talking trash, better back it up. I'ma make my money while they laugh at us.
What is going on? You're tuning into Inventing Entrepreneurs, a show where we bring on emerging entrepreneurs to talk about them inventing their vision of success. I'm your host, at Brian Events, aka Brian Bischoff.
With that fresh haircut.
Got the fresh haircut. I didn't put hair gel in though.
True.
So.
You guys know me. It's at Brandon John. Here with my boy Greg. Greg, how are you doing, buddy? He's the owner of Good Fortunes here in Buffalo. The Asian Fusion started as a food truck, moved it into a dope-ass takeout restaurant that I personally love.
Nice.
Thanks for making it on, man.
Before we even start, I'm just going to say right now, I feel like this is going to be fire. I just,
Man,
from the
good,
preliminary
Right.
conversations, it's going to be fire. I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
Just the chemistry, the atmosphere. It just feels good to be down here
Glad
right
you
now.
appreciate our basement studio.
I love it, man. Are you kidding me? The more you appreciate coming up, the more the feeling of when you make it is worth what it is. You know,
Yeah,
people
and then
weren't
you have that
rushing.
background story too to build on it.
Absolutely.
Look, man, it's been a transition. It hasn't been a from here to here, 0 to 100 right away.
We're drinking beers now, but watch, soon we'll be drinking the rosé, top shelf Patron, sipping it slower.
Give it a year without the fancy podcast cups.
Yeah, with
Till
your
then,
brand on it.
We're happy with the solo for now. So, Greg, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Give us your background, what you do, stuff like that.
Well, they don't know me. Most of Buffalo doesn't know me. It's going to change soon. I was originally born in Florida. I lived in New Orleans most of my life. I grew up with kind of like a southern hospitality. So the guestmanship where my restaurant is located, we call it a restaurant, might as well simplify it, is can't be found anywhere else. It's very unique to anything. But
Cool,
so what type of food do you do? And kind of where'd that come from? Where in your
where did you transition? Say I'm gonna do food.
I grew up in an Italian household. My mom was always cooking. My Uncle Red was kind of off the boat, so he had the best pasta sauce.
Your Uncle Red?
Uncle Red, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Red
sauce.
Oh yeah, I guess so. And he was. Dude, you put him in the sun for 10 minutes, he turned redder than tomato. So. I grew up cooking Italian, and I was always making Alfredo sauce for all the special events, and the shit was bomb, dude. Just can't get enough of it. And then, just kind of evolved. The whole time I was cooking, I was going to school to be a history teacher, and I'm forcing myself to go to classes, sitting in the bus stage parking lot, just I gotta go turn this paper in, where I half-assed about an hour ago. But I was excited to get to my job, about to go cook. I was excited because I knew it.
Yeah.
So I guess the whole time I was cooking, it was right in front of me what I really wanted to do, but I had a facade of chasing a degree, which I got, which I don't use, which I'm paying
What was it in?
History.
Okay, so
and the next one was in social studies education, where you teach 9th through 12th and stuff like that. So it didn't feel right.
Yeah, you got to follow your heart when you're looking for what you're doing.
Yeah, and you guys know what that feels like too, because I don't know, it doesn't feel
passion,
right.
Yeah, right.
You know what? I think it's a feeling of fulfillment.
Yeah,
if you feel fulfilled, then you're doing the right thing. If you don't feel like you're fulfilled, then you're probably not following the right path.
Exactly right. What makes you happy? If you're not doing what makes you happy, that's cool though. That's a cool story. You're like, damn, I got to hand this paper, but I'm real hyped to go cook after.
Oh man,
and it's right there in your face.
I really want to dive into the food truck thing.
Yeah. Oh, first off, you do Asian fusion, so I need to know why. Coming from an Italian background, what was it about the Asian twist that you wanted to do?
I started cooking Asian fusion about 3 years ago. About the time that I graduated Buff State, I was just kind of in a transition period. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I really gotta go get a teaching job now. I scared myself this far, but I liked it. Asian fusion, it's healthy, and you're combining your flair with a healthy and an incredible flavor experience. Asian food, European food, that side, it's the Western Hemisphere, right? My God, I feel so uneducated right now. Their food's so much better than American food. It has more flavor. There's more history behind a lot. They've been discovered longer. And you can do so many fun things with it. Just the colors you can make out of it, the taste that you can make out of it, the vegan, the gluten-free, the hardcore meat eaters, this, that. You can do pizzas with it, just all sorts of stuff.
Was it more so from a smart strategic business move to do Asian fusion, or was man, I really love the taste and I love the Asian food and being able to incorporate my own flair to it? Because you said a little bit before you did some preliminary research.
Yeah. I did. I studied food trucks and all that and everything. And I made before I got into food trucks, I looked at what different ones did, and I think it was able to. Okay, Asian food's easy once you get the foundation of it. Mm-hmm. It's simple, like you just learn what some of the basic ingredients that they use to umami seasoning, a lot of ginger, garlic, different types of curry powders. Let me think. I'm trying to think of some of the spices I use, coriander, stuff like that. And once you learn how to use and tweak and manage those, it's up to you now. Right. Be creative with it,
So you don't have to be Asian to make Asian food.
Not at all, man. Not at all. You don't have to be a fighter to be Bruce. You have to be Bruce Lee to be a fighter.
Yeah.
Right. So look at one time the best NBA player was Yao Ming, and the best golfer was Tiger Woods. Right. So
anything's possible.
Anything is.
God bless America.
God bless America, dude. Right.
And every other country.
So going back, I want to dive into
this food truck thing, because this is the cool part that we think is going to be a lot of people want to own a food truck, and I know you've evolved from that now, but kind of looking back,
I want to go start to finish. So I used to work on an ice cream truck growing up, and I know.
What was the name? Shout it out real quick.
Lickety Split.
Come on, cute ass Brian riding around.
I had a hoodie that said Lickety Split on it. I don't know if you remember.
I remember that.
It was
do you still have that hoodie?
That needs to be framed. It's so washed. It's like it's all the ink went away.
It's a vintage.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. It was. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about customer like talking to customers and retaining people and getting them to come back. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I did. I also ran a couple other food trucks that had like burgers and random other stuff that they would do. But I know that you have to worry about health concerns with those trucks. Like they had to be inspected with the health department, right?
Right.
Oh yeah.
And then there's also permits and so many different permits out.
Almost for every city or township, you gotta pay a small fee. I mean, some are $200, some Buffalo is $800. First year, $500 the following.
They're huge on food trucks here, though, so they probably make a killing.
Yeah, so they know.
They're starting to discover how to tax them, and see that they do make a good amount of money if the concept is right. So it happens.
Mm-hmm. So what do you? So let's say I was starting a food truck today. What should I look into doing legally to make sure I'm protected?
Right. What's more?
So do you have to health wise? What permits do you need?
First you gotta make sure if you're buying a food truck used or new, that the source that you're getting from, especially if it's used, gives you the facts of how this truck was run. Because think about it, food trucks. My truck would run sometimes 12 to 13 hours in a day, and that generator is just going in the hot sun.
Right.
So there's wear and tear. There is wear and tear, and the wear and tear comes a lot quicker than you think. Not only is that, you're banging pans, you're up and down the shocks all day and everything. Mm-hmm. So to protect yourself, you got to start. You want a new one or you want a used one? I went the new route. Mine cost $69,000 after taxes and all that sales tax. I think it was like $75,000. But it was professionally built by a really terrible organization.
I did not think you were going to say that.
Oh my God, dude.
I thought he was to say the most.
Do you guys ever scroll through reviews of really good places and you see one just asinine review this guy must be off his fucking rocker?
Right, yeah.
Dude, that was me. It was so bad getting this truck. It was a nightmare. Lawsuits were threatened, but nothing went past that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to name them. But at one point, we were so pissed off. The guy who flew down with me to go pick up my Florida, we're like, F this. We rolled a joint right up in front of their door and just smoked it, just staring at them. It was unbelievable. We got the truck anyways. But, got to start with the truck to protect yourself.
Yeah. And then, so you think it might be better to start new if you're really serious about it? Or should maybe if you're testing the market, start old and then upgrade to a new? Or it really depends on what you're trying to do, right?
I feel like you were definitely balls in.
That's hard. $69,000.
$75 after taxes,
right?
That's a lot. $6,000 in taxes is a lot of money to forget about. You're not buying a drink with a 35-cent tax. You notice that $6,000.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
That's a good question. You really gotta. It depends what your concept is. Really, my concept wasn't ever even created before, so. maybe there is a truck that would run what I need because no one's ever seen my idea before.
Right.
If you get a hot dog truck, you need a
There's
boiler.
a billion hot trucks too.
Exactly.
So maybe you can get a used one.
So it's all relative to what situation.
Yeah, because you only have a certain amount of space. You got to lay it out so you fit everything you need in there, and then that it's efficient. So you're not jumping from a lot of different stuff.
You have to make. There's a lot to think about. Freezers, coolers, your plumbing, your hot water heater, your Ansel system.
Plumbing, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they gotta have a bathroom.
Do you have to have
no, you don't have a bathroom, but you need to have
like sink and.
Do you have to
stuff,
have the 3-bay sink?
3-bay sink plus a hand washing sink. So you gotta fit that in there and stuff, and you gotta have hot water. I believe you have to have hot water. I know you have to have running water, but after that, you have to have an Ansel system, which aren't cheap. Like a good Ansel system for 9 feet probably run you between $7,000 to $10,000. You need a hood, system up there as well. This is all just to get in. You need 43 to 50 gallon tanks, one white, one waste, one gray.
Where'd you learn all this when you were trying to think about it?
I didn't do a damn thing. I got the Erie County handbook. I sent it to the corporation that was building it, and they finished it off for me exactly to the specs of Erie County. Really? I know that's a good thing you're hearing about them, but come on now.
But that was the only good thing, I guess. Yeah,
that
we'll
was
save
one
that
of
for
the few.
a rainy day.
So.
Damn.
That's cool. What else? I guess
It's like I want to know all right. So you got your food truck, right? You buy one new, used if you want to just test the market, new if you're going balls deep, which you did obviously.
Yeah.
So now you have the truck, you get through all the regulations, and you have your food. Where do you go?
Right.
Where do you know
this is
to
the
go
strategy,
to make sales?
right?
Yeah, like
This
during
is
the
the street
week, is it
strategy.
weekend only? Do you just look for events and just park right outside?
All right, you
What's
can't
your
do
strategy?
that. I was talking this before the mic was live. Listen, if you're gonna watch this, owning a food truck is not like Hollywood. The movie Chef is a lie to you, okay? It's a great movie, but it's not like you open your window and you're like, yeah, there's a line out the door.
Out the way, right?
And this kid's doing social media like he's not busy or anything. Dude, if there's a line out the door, your head's just like, oh my God. Like shit's flying everywhere.
Yeah, because you're trying to like die down the line so that way people don't leave.
Yeah,
I've experienced that where you have like a line of 20 people, even with the ice cream truck, and you're just trying to go fast.
It's stressful, man.
It's stressful.
And ice cream too, because ice cream melts. So
I have a time restraint, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times you do office park lunch. Like you asked, where did I go when I got a food truck? You got to plan, man. Like a food truck, you really got to plan because, it's not like a restaurant. You open up a restaurant, you're stuck there. Right. So all you got to worry about is advertising outside.
And getting people to come in, yeah.
That's it. Food truck, you got to call people, hope that that's not someone else's turf. Not that it's like that kind of battle, but
you would call the businesses and say, hey, I got this food truck. Can I stop by and do lunch?
I called so many businesses, man. I believe, over 250, over 300 businesses that I would call. I'd say maybe 10 maybe came back to me. I emailed, oh my God, if I can show you my emails from 2015 to like the April 17th of 16 before I opened, it's just emailing. I got a new food truck concept, this, that, menu, boom.
Yeah.
You really got to hustle your first year. Because I also called a lot of food trucks. And I don't take this away from any of the trucks. I love them all. But in the beginning, they don't want to be bothered with someone trying to come into their market asking, how do I get contacts?
Yeah, because they're going to tell you the wrong stuff so you don't...
Well, we're not that demonic. But like you said before, we went live is... we're all in here for one thing, and we have a common goal. And if we're at each other's throats, you're going to extinct each other. Yeah. But if you work together, you're going to build a kingdom.
Exactly. For sure. It's
like Food Truck Tuesday. Yep. Like everyone knows to go to Food Truck Tuesday in Buffalo. If you didn't have a community of food trucks working together, you wouldn't have Food Truck Tuesday.
It is. It's all about the sense of community.
It'll be uncomfortable. You would feel the atmosphere as a guest coming into something that disgusting and like uptight, knowing that each truck really hate each other, and just spitting on the people on that line.
Yeah, for sure.
It ain't like that, man. I'm always recommending other trucks, and I even catering that I do. I'm like, you gotta try this truck. They're really good. Like, show the love, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about the love.
What have we learned, man? Like, anger creates wars, right?
It does.
Love really doesn't. Love just kind of ends it all. I mean, it does. It does have a.
Plus, if you talk good about another truck, you hope that they talk good about you too.
It'll just go down yourself. Never badmouth the competition. I think that's anything in business. Like, don't ever badmouth the competition because one, it just makes you look bad, and you want to be better than that.
I've never experienced like true competition, and I'm not like I'm ready for it, but like
you're an inventor. Your only competition is what your mind can create.
But I have the 3D printing, and there's not not any company in Buffalo that's doing what I'm doing right now, so I don't have like a true competitor.
There we go. He just got 3 new competitors. People listen to the podcast.
Sure.
Good luck.
Yeah, right.
It's a very hard market to enter. Even though there's no competitor, it's still hard. Like, it's hard to turn a profit.
All right. So you did the food truck. How long did the food truck go?
My goal was to run the food truck for 5 years. I only ran it for 2 years. So I started April 17th of 2016, and it shut down. It did 6 months the first year. It did 6 months the last year. 2 years, 12 months total, and it shut down in like October. And I was ready to wipe my hands clean to it. It's just, it isn't my concept. I can't speak for other trucks out there that do different styles. Was a very exhausting lifestyle. Period. It was just non-stop. Dude, there was this one time we were at the Chinese Lantern Festival in Syracuse. My truck was there. I had my Mazda with me, and I had my boy Jojo, and I had Josh. But Josh was here in Buffalo. We got our butts whooped on like a Saturday, and we went hiking that morning in Syracuse, and we tented. We camped behind our truck for 3 weeks. 2 weeks once, and then we took a week off, then a week back. So we weren't sleeping well. We went for a hike in Syracuse, got our asses kicked that night at the Lantern Festival, drove back to my house, about 2.5, 3 hour drive from Syracuse, picked up Josh, prepped till about 4 a.m., drove back to Syracuse, pitched our tent, slept till about 1 or 2 hours, got up, went for a beautiful hike, got back, and we had a record day that day. Broke down our truck because it was a Sunday. Ended up, I drove the truck home the next day. My wife and I drove back to Syracuse with 2 cars. I got my Mazda, and that was that, man. Like,
jeez,
that's the lifestyle.
Talk about the hustle.
It's hustle.
That's dedication. That's fun. That's everything. That's what it's all about.
You don't just stay in Buffalo. You go all around.
I was everywhere, man. Yeah. I did a 5-day festival in the Hudson, in the Catskills.
That's where I'm from.
Hunter Mountain.
Hunter Mountain.
Snowboarding,
right?
Mountain Jam.
Yeah, I did Mountain Jam my first year.
It's going on in another. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. They have like country music festival.
But they did have it. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Wait, so
no, it wasn't because they canceled it one day. There was a big storm, and now they can't.
And you went all that way, and you lost out that whole day.
That was another experience. I know you're hearing 2 experiences, and I'm not crazy. That was just. You think festivals when you're going as a guest, how organized they are?
Right.
They are not. Oh my God, this was like. This is a festival that's advertised, it's professional. And it's not the only one that I went to. I'm like, wow, the back end of it is insanely unorganized.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what to do with food vendors. They're like, oh.
Yeah.
You gotta fit
these guys.
Yeah. You're a food
truck.
truck.
30 trucks. We don't have space for 5. How are we going to do this?
That's how it was in Mountain Gym. I was supposed to be parked like this with the red cups. I ended up parking at an angle like this away from the main crowd. And for 4 days, I had a crew of 5 people that we pitched a tent. And I did no business for 5 days. And they canceled, so 4 days.
Yeah.
And that's because they put you in a bad spot.
I was paying them too. That's the worst part,
right? Yeah, that's just bad planning on their end.
And they were employees, and they were good, so they were getting their paycheck, and they were having a great time.
Yeah, they're having fun. You're just thinking like, oh man, like this is gonna cost me a lot. This is gonna cost me a lot.
I feel like that happens a lot though in food trucks. Like, all right, something's not gonna happen. Here's a curveball. There's nobody out this day. How do we adjust to that?
And rain, like ice cream. Like if I saw clouds, no ice cream sales of the day.
Yeah,
just out for nothing.
That hurt you too. Even a colder day, right? A certain
temperature. Who's gonna buy ice cream? If it's a hot day, people are gonna go out and buy ice cream.
Right. In the 90s, they do.
Asian food is a little bit different though because people are always hungry.
It isn't. Oh, it really isn't, man. If you're not able to adjust to a mobile lifestyle to let the weather control how your sales go sometimes, and you're gonna go crazy. Some days it's not your food, it's not your service, it's not. The thing, right. It's the weather.
The external factor.
Exactly. It's
only
what
control
you
what you
change.
can.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, I love the food truck idea, but I feel like in the past 3 years, you've seen almost no food trucks to about 200 food trucks in Buffalo. Do you think the market's getting oversaturated?
Not 200. 2 years ago, there was 55.
Oh, you know the exact numbers. I was just...
I had the numbers out.
I'm just estimating.
Because I told you, I did a business plan. I studied food trucks from the year 2014 or 2015 while I was trying to get the money.
Right.
So there's probably about over 60, maybe 60 to 65 trucks now.
Right.
200, that's like...
Really?
Los Angeles has about 500 food trucks in it.
Damn.
And I know that. So,
you sure?
oh, yeah.
Right now? It seems like there's more.
Want me
I think it always
to go through them for you real quick? I can hit it.
We don't got time to name all 65 of them.
Can you name all
as many as you
65?
can in 30 seconds.
Oh, okay, I'll do it. No, because
It's like name all the states.
Right.
and how I know that is
know you can do
going
it.
to Lark in the past 2 years or events
Right.
that were planned for food trucks. I see the same rotations. I see.
Yeah, you see the same.
If you own a food truck, unless you're just so rich, you don't need Larkin Square's income because you make good money there, or you're just arrogant, you got kicked out of it.
Yeah.
That's one of the events you sign up for is a food truck, especially when you're beginning.
Do you feel like it's? I mean, what when you first started studying? Where you say 2014, right? So did you see that there was? What was the amount of trucks then compared to now? Do you think it's growing in the industry where you'd be afraid to jump back in if you had a good idea?
Right, because you're out now.
This is my opinion for any people that are going to watch this for food truckers. Like I said, I love you guys. I think the market's going to pop, and I think it already has kind of popped in a way. I know
In
that
a good way or a bad way? Pop isn't
in
good.
a bad way. The bubble did pop.
The bubble popped.
Yeah. I only did it for 2 years, but I know I can't speak for people that have been in the game for 4 or 5 years. Lloyd's, Frank's, Cheesy
Right.
Chicken, they're killing it. Like
Yeah.
they got a product that people love.
Yeah, and people know the brand.
But they have a strong brand. So this doesn't relate to them. This relates to people that are like, I'm going to start a food truck because I see it. I can eat 100,000 and I'm going to make 300,000 in 6 months. Oh, no debt associated.
Right.
Well, wise guy or wise woman, you got insurances. You got to cover your truck. Now you have an auto insurance, and it's not cheap, man, because you have a food truck
Right.
and it's on wheels. Two things that are dangerous to these types of companies.
Yeah.
Did you have employees?
I did. The highest amount of employees I had was 5 or 6 at a time. Mountain Jam was 5. I think it was 6 because I actually did have someone that didn't come that time. And payroll taxes. You're gonna need someone to run your books, accountant fees, stuff like that.
So you think the profit's there for that type of market? Right. Like you think it is?
Oh yeah.
So when it's good, it's good, but when it's bad, it sucks.
Yeah, I'm not rich. I'm a poor boy. I mean, I'm building a business. I don't have any money because it all goes from the business. I did make really good money on a food truck. I made really good money on a food truck, and I had potential to continue to grow it.
So you didn't stop because it was not good anymore.
It's exhausting. I mean, it really is. And I take nothing away from people who've been doing it they have a system that works for them.
Right.
But my concept was exhausting, and I wasn't going to suffer any food quality because I'm tired.
Right.
My stuff was fresh.
That's awesome.
Made to order. It was prepped mostly that morning, probably. We'd get up at 6 a.m. if we weren't pulling an all-nighter. Y'all, ask me, I should have been a 5-hour spokesman. We were chugging those things. I mean, we had other happy addictives that we were, nothing hardcore, but like, we had some alcohol and some, maybe a little weed, but like, for the most part, so.
That's the life. That's crazy. So
you're gonna stay away from the food truck for now.
I'm gonna support people that I know, and all the time, if I can get to one of the trucks, take my money. Because I know, man, it's
a tough business, but if you can figure it out, then you're gonna do well, basically.
I didn't not figure it out. I just didn't. I don't think it wasn't for me.
right.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. Yeah,
You feel like it's a big work-life balance.
I know what you're saying.
So for Lloyd's, for example, like if you go to Allentown on any Saturday, Sunday night, Friday night, they have a truck literally parked for Lloyd's right in the middle of Allentown.
Right
No
next
other
to
truck,
the bar,
only
right
Lloyd's.
next to the purple and black bar.
And that's
I beat that system.
Did you really?
I went to the gay side of Allentown, and I met with the bar owner over there. The Funky Monkey and the Philip, right?
I remember.
I got a contract with him first year, and I did that from 11 to 3 a.m. and I made a killing there.
Really?
No other trucks ever thought to go to that site.
Genius, right? It's a strategy.
Yeah,
dude.
one truck, and you got to pick to drunk people
And how do I refer to them without being incorrect?
derogatory. I know what you mean.
Gay people, the people that hang out on that side, I swear, they party 10 times harder than those casual commoners on that side. And,
agreed,
dude, if you show them love, man, they were, at one point, dude, Jay and I were on the truck. It was like 12:31. The bar owner come out, give us some shots. They were throwing money in the window for tips. We're effing around with them. We're cooking food.
That's so much fun.
Showing people on the truck. Like,
oh my gosh.
It was a good time.
That's the experience, bro.
That's
what everything's about is the experience,
it really was, man. Like, it's just
the energy there, everything. It's crazy.
I think this, to sum it up, if you're trying to find business for a food truck, you should find somewhere that's not where everyone else goes.
Yeah.
Right.
Go somewhere where the other trucks aren't and try to demand it. So, I've worked at a few places, but lunch hour, like people are hungry. Why not just try to contact businesses and say, hey, I'd love to bring a truck. I'll offer everyone a deal 75% off the normal price, and I'll park my truck out. I mean, it's not anything that's going to hurt them. You're just going to park a truck outside. They'll tell people there's a truck outside, 75% off. Or
I wish it worked like that.
25.
Well, even I wish it looked like that, but it's
not 75%.
It's gotten greedier over times because of the newer trucks that do come in. Like I said, they need that quick clientele because maybe they thought it was not going to be as hard as, or like the so they agreed to terms maybe that don't really sit well, but because they're new and they agree, the people that organize these events think, trucks are going to agree, so we're going to keep this rate as high. Well,
right, exactly.
5% next time. Let's see if they really see it.
Right.
And it's gotten really bad. Like, I still belong to an organization for the Buffalo food trucks, and I see a lot what goes on. And, it's getting ridiculous. Like, we're a business,
That's what happens, man.
They're robbing you guys.
At first, the first people in it make so much money, and then slowly everyone sees them making money. They come in, and then people start regulating it, and then there's no money to be made almost.
Yeah, and guess who it pisses off? The OGs.
Yeah.
Right? And you'd never piss off an OG at the block because they have all the connections, all the links.
Right.
They'll smack you down if they have to, right?
Slash the tires.
Tell everybody.
Yeah, right.
Old school mob food truck shit.
You want to pitch a show to MTV? I really wanted to pitch a show when I had a food truck to show like food truck wars or how a city handles food trucks.
That would be funny.
There is some tense moments, and yes, people do piss people off, and other trucks do not get along. It's like you're in a classroom. There's people you hate, people you love, people you live with, right? So I think it'd be really cool. Obviously, TV would dramatize it just way more than it needed to be, but there's a market there for it. It's a hot commodity, and people want to know.
It's interesting.
How does it
and
work?
It's always a hustle, and I feel like there's no information anywhere. Like if you try to Google like how to start a food truck, in Buffalo, I don't think there's.
I'm just giving my business plan, man. That's it. That's the key.
That's the plan.
So if people are trying to find a food truck, are you willing to sell your business plan for them?
I never thought about that, but I
could.
My business plan is spot on.
Be a consultant for food trucks.
Oh man,
I would love that. That's always been a dream of mine, but it's too late. I feel like it's too late. It's always been a dream of mine to have a food truck, but I think it's too late. You gotta find the next thing.
You gotta
like a food bicycle or something.
Yeah.
Something about the experience.
No, seriously.
Right.
Something more modern.
There's a bicycle that you can rent. It's in Seattle, I think. I have to ask Oscar, but basically it's a bicycle that they built a coffee shop on the bike.
I want to
and
do
you can
something
drive
like
the bike around, and then you go to parks and you just set up shop.
Oh my god! So
it's
you're
not
saying
in Buffalo yet.
You just go into the bike, go through the park, and sell shit off your bike, and that's it.
And then you return that cartridge to the storefront, and they give you your percentage of your sales.
No, well, it's your own brand.
Right.
It's your own brand. So it wouldn't be like a Starbucks card. It would be like whatever the coffee company is. You license a bike from them, and then you can go around. They're based out of Seattle.
Yeah,
but I think they hire bikini girls and whatever to drive.
Let me ask you this: that concept. You're an inventor, and I think you got a cool mind for that.
Nice, man.
What if you created something mobile? Uber is genius. I know we're getting off food trucks real quick. Uber is genius.
I think we touched everything on food trucks.
Well, I mean, make sure if you're gonna start a food truck up, just reach out to me, and I'll give you the low and low of it.
And we'll put his contact details in there.
All right.
We'll put your email.
Say Uber used other people's vehicles. That's all. What if you use someone else's bike to sell your product? You take that bike and you bring it to the storefront that it's associated to, and you put my product in there, and you go sell it. Right. You come back, you get a percentage of sales.
Yeah, because Starbucks can't bring their store to Delaware Park.
Right,
oh my god, that'd be amazing!
Right? But you just make a Starbucks cart and bring it to Delaware Park.
Genius.
How many people that they're going on their morning run? Oh shit, I didn't get my coffee this morning. Let me go get it.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding, there's a cart for that.
That is an incredible idea. Do not let Starbucks view this video. And they're in trouble.
Starbucks,
right now,
you're blocked. We are copywriting it. Starting now.
That's genius. Yeah.
That is a fantastic idea.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
It would sell because you're right. People are like, fuck, I can't
get off the road.
So if you guys need an inventor to invent a bicycle that has all the stuff on it, just hit me up.
There you go, man.
We'll 3D print that shit.
Yeah, we'll 3D print the whole thing. It wouldn't be that hard.
And then you could have your grand opening event and you could sell it on Ticket Yum. You know what I'm saying? And I'll cater it.
Hell yeah, look at that. That's a dynamic trio right here.
What I love about Buffalo, and we were kind of touching on this before, I feel like everyone here that's an entrepreneur finds a way to interconnect their businesses to help each other out.
We all have some piece of knowledge that the other person doesn't have.
Exactly.
We all help each other.
So like we were saying like I do the inventing, John does marketing, so we kind of teamed up on inventors and
helping the new inventors get all their stuff to product, which I think is gonna be cool. It's gonna be great to help.
So
let me take some pictures of your food, bro, and we'll hook it up.
Come on, man! I invent amazing food like
you
stuff.
do.
I have to try.
I can't get enough of it, man. I'm bummed you didn't bring any. I was telling him it's unreal. It's the freshness, and that's really it. The sauces, fire. Like
can't find it anywhere else.
It's
man.
one of a kind.
I vow, man. If I'm not original or creative, I don't want to walk, man. That's it, dude. Like,
love it.
I feel like so much of society is just robotic and it just eats me alive. But
it's awesome.
You know what's crazy? Like I said this a little bit before, but like I feel like the people that have had rough childhoods move the furthest in life in a good way.
Determined,
right?
Yeah,
well,
man.
I mean, not everyone, but
that's it.
Like you,
determined.
Like you were telling us about your childhood, and it was a rough childhood.
Yeah.
But like you are doing fucking amazing
stuff.
I feel like you know how to be resourceful when you have to. And you were fucking killing it right now.
I got a good support team. It's not all me, man. And don't let that be fooled because I'm the only one talking. Like, I got a good wife. I got a good family. Her family, my family.
Surround yourself with good people.
That's it, man. Like, people who believe in me. Because, as you know, when you do your own thing, you're your hardest critic. So believing in yourself is the toughest thing to do.
Yeah.
So when you have people around you to believe in you, it kind of creates that barrier that you can't. You might not be able to believe in yourself, but you know that you can sit there and be like, I suck. And like, no, you don't. You're good. And then it comes right back to you.
I know exactly how you feel.
Right?
Exactly.
Like, shit, I can't do. Oh, no.
Then you text someone or a friend, they're like, bro, chill out, dude. You're good. Like,
you're good. You're doing better than anyone else trying to do what you're doing right now. And it's like, but I know I'm not good enough.
But
I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah.
I'm
not where I want to be.
I just say if you're not learning something new, then you're dying. You're starting to degress in life. You got to be learning something new every day.
Are you living or dying? How it's cliche is what it could be, but it's true. Like,
right.
So you sold a food truck, and now did you move to a store after? Did you have the storefront the whole time?
I've seen the food truck parked next to the storefront.
It's gone now.
Okay, it's gone now. You sold it. Out of the game officially forever.
Yeah, the money has been in my account. It's almost been 30 days, so the lemon law is almost done with. No, it's a good truck, man, if you're watching it. It's a beautiful truck. I maintained it very well. It's gone. I moved into the storefront with the plan of running the food truck for just a couple events that I know make the money and I can advertise. Getting into this place was once again a nightmare, and this is true. I mean, like having a business or a food truck or whatever, there's a lot of bumps in the road from it getting built, from when I'm here now. I mean, to Mountain Jam, to just some of the oh my God, come on. So I spent more money getting into this place than I really should have, and so I had to get rid of the truck to save. Just to bring my debt down,
right?
Yeah,
to where I'm
so
at
you can
now.
move up more in another area.
Exactly, and it hurt a little bit, but at the same time, we're like, thank God it's done. So now I'm looking to expand to a place with very small sitting, not a lot,
right?
Like a Chinese typical takeout joint, but mine will be nice. It'll be classy and warm and inviting. You've seen the inside, so
yeah, cool feel.
You have one location
right now. Yes, right
and
now.
You said you're expanding into catering, right?
I do catering.
You do catering
I've been doing it, and it's all me. I'm a one-man show. I do it all. If I have catering, I have a catering tomorrow morning, actually, on my day off. So my wife's hooked
banh mi
up.
sandwiches?
No, I have a banh mi bite.
killer.
Oh, dude, you haven't tried the banh mi bite or the fish taco I made. It was. You should come.
We'll go
in.
down, bro. We'll go down.
Yeah.
I'll have the ingredients for the fish taco on Wednesday.
So where is this exactly?
It's at 11 Minnesota. On the inside corner of Maine and Minnesota, there's an Aldi's across the street.
Right.
So
I know exactly where it is.
Yep.
I know. Oh, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you come by Wednesday, I'll be closed in the morning for the catering, but after that, I'll have my fish taco stuff.
I work during the day. I work in the afternoon. So
that's fine. Come at night then.
Okay.
Anytime.
Well, no, I work 2 to 11. So I run the company during the day.
We'll go another day.
We'll have to go in the morning.
We'll get there.
You're open in the morning sometimes?
Never.
For lunch? Never?
Oh yeah, I open it up at 11. So I'm open
perfect.
Tuesday
Yeah,
through
that's
Saturday
cool,
from 11 to 9. So
Right.
All right, so we'll stop by 11 or 12 one day.
Yeah, that'd be great.
let me know.
Any other future growth plans? Any other expansions? What else? What's going on with Greg? What's your mindset for the next 10 years?
I think of so many different things I can do with this, and sometimes it gets carried away. But a couple of things that are for sure fire, lock and loaded is I'm actively pursuing this small cooking show. Nothing too big, maybe like a 10-second Instagram thing, but I want to really implement some kind of unique side to it. So it's gonna be really cool. It's where I'm at, it's a great location, but no restaurants survive there a lot. So I gotta start thinking of what I can do while I'm still there. And
That's a tough spot. That's right.
very
Is that
tough.
by the railroad station or the train
Yes,
station?
it is.
Yeah.
Right down the road. Famous Donuts is right there.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're
Yeah.
at. That's a tough spot.
It is because
It's
hidden.
it's in the middle of everything.
Right.
So, I mean, getting a beer and wine license is 100%. I hired a marketer who's going to help me fill out. Thank God. She's family, but she's also knows what she's doing, so
Yeah,
she's going to help me with that. Expanding is a big thing into a sit-down restaurant, so I can eventually have a place where I can have liquor, because I can create some fantastic cocktails that will just go well with the food.
Right, pair well.
Drinks you'll never taste them before. You're like, wow, this is amazing, and it's healthy. So there's a way to do it. I know I can do it. So
You know what I love? I haven't tried your food, so I can't 100% back it up. But
yeah,
I could tell you're the type of person that pays attention to detail. You're not the person that says, "Oh yeah, I'll just put some spices on the chicken and just like serve it."
Oh, no.
You're literally like mixing up the medicine at night, trying to figure out the secret formula
Right.
to the Krabby
Smoke
Patty.
shit.
Oh, man,
Going
yes.
tasting the sauce.
I am
I
Mr.
could get that
Krabs,
vibe off
Squidward,
of it.
and SpongeBob all in one, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
No chum
man.
bucket though.
I
Yeah.
respect that. That's awesome.
It's a lot of work. to
Much
do that.
respect. Much respect.
I think
Yeah.
I got something that Buffalo's never. In Buffalo, I'm right for Buffalo. I'm just like New Orleans. It's a unique city in its own way, and Buffalo's starting to adapt to a very unique food market. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
Buffalo's all about food and beer.
Food and
that's
beer.
it. I don't care about how many Asian fusion things are popping up. You don't have what I have, so I will survive. Like that's how it is.
You
know?
beat them in quality.
That's it, yeah.
Because eventually, like they'll be good at first, no matter how much they market. They have crappy food, no one's gonna eat it.
That too, but like
Or go back. Or go
quality.
back. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of Vietnamese and Saigon Bangkoks and
Yep.
Pho 99 stuff like that, and something they're great, but they all serve like more of a authentic, generic, what Americans know
Right.
type that food.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on,
That's
Wow.
you're
awesome.
coming from my mind onto a plate.
Yeah.
You're an
should
artist,
be-
my man.
yeah,
Artist. Cool.
I can't wait.
Like
Be an
you,
artist.
man, like you. So.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check it out.
All right.
It's a pleasure, man. Thanks for coming on.
Need money stacking up, talking trash, better back it up. I'ma make my money while they laugh at us.